Alright, what's up guys? So, WrestleMania has uploaded a video titled 10 fans who invaded the ring to attack wrestlers in WWE and WCW. I still don't know why fans be always doing stuff like this. You would think that these wrestlers got like at least 100 pounds on me. They're trained to fight. So if I, an untrained fighter, decides that I'm going to go in there and try to attack them, I'm saying and then there's some of those wrestlers where they're like, look, like I might be doing this wrestling stuff, but the street fighting in me has never left. So that's why I'm like, yeah, be a fan, watch it from the sidelines. You can cheer, you can boo, you can yell out, oh, this wrestler sucks. You can yell out, this wrestler is cool. You do any of that stuff, but when you start getting personal with it, if you start trying to put hands on the wrestler and there ain't even no reason to do that, yeah, you're gonna mess around and you're gonna get attacked by the wrestler. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to WrestleMania for more videos like this. And in that being said, let's get into this video.
And it's great to have the fans back.
I think I remember this. Yeah.
A very overzealous John Moxley fan. Just wanted to touch his hero.
It's crazy.
Gotta practice social distancing, man. It's important.
It's crazy.
Now, unfortunately, wrestling fans can get carried away and sometimes they overstep the mark, or at least the ringside barricade. This can take many forms, from hurling abuse at the wrestlers or even sometimes invading the ring.
Okay, if it's like a grandma, I'm like, unless she got like some knife nails or something and she done scratched me across my face, then I'm like, okay, I think then we should be worried, because I'm like, she's not no grandmother. This is a villain and she plans on attacking everybody in this building. But if it's like a grandmother, I'd be like, okay, go ahead, let the grandmother, punch, slap, do all that stuff, because it's a grandmother. But I'm like, if it's like one of them them old people that used to be boxers back in the day and they can still fight, then that's when I'm like, hey yo, y'all need to come get this man. But anyways, no, I remember there was just one of them old gas station fight videos, and they showed this old dude was getting robbed, but it turned out he was like a professional boxer in World War II or some war or something, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it was like he old dude can fight, but
Hack a wrestler.
I remember this. Yeah, that was crazy.
This has actually happened a
wasn't
number of
that Randy
times
Orton?
throughout the years, with the majority of the time the fan being taken down before they could get any chance of assaulting a wrestler. But sometimes if the fan manages to get too close enough to a wrestler to attack them, it usually doesn't end well for the fan, as the wrestler is usually stronger than them. And to be fair, when they enter the ring, wrestlers can attack them back.
And I saw I was a fan, and then I got hot. Yeah, and threw a punch. Just a little reminder not to come back in.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which times
Eddie
were
Guerrero
there?
landed on his
Now's
feet,
WrestleMania
though.
looks at 10 wrestling fans who invaded the ring to attack wrestlers.
Eddie Guerrero is all like, look, this might be a ladder match, but I still got hands, alright?
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists.
Look at this.
Oh, and a fan headbutts my dog.
That crippled
The guy, fans, please.
That's
I
look.
beg you,
Dang,
do
that
not
wrestler is
try
all
that.
like, look. He's like, don't
10,
play with me.
April 16th, 2015 SmackDown. The April 16th, 2015 edition of SmackDown was notable for a number of reasons. It would feature a blockbuster main event match which featured Daniel Bryan teaming with US champion John Cena against the duo of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. This match would end up
Tyson
being the
Kidd.
last match for Bryan
A
for
name
almost
I
3 years,
haven't
as he
heard
was
in a
forced to
while.
retire following
Yeah,
this
that's
due to concussions. But things
Long
didn't go
hair
to plan,
Daniel
as
Bryan.
2 fans managed to get in the ring. One fan would even manage to hit a rock bottom on the other before security dealt with the situation.
That's crazy.
Fans were extremely critical at the time for the handling of the fans by the security team. The fact that 2 fans had managed to get in the ring and basically perform a mini match before anyone could step in could have
I
been really
swear,
dangerous
man.
for the talent in the ring. Number 9, WCW Starrcade 1996.
Fans is crazy, bro. You can tell there's those guys had to been, of course, all had to been friends, but then there's look, if y'all trying to get a YouTube video, y'all gonna get some jail time too. Maybe not jail, but y'all gonna get thrown out, and then you done wasted all that money for nothing. So
WCW.
it's crazy.
I am not with the NWO. I'm Roddy Piper.
The main event of WCW Starrcade in '96 featured Hollywood Hulk Hogan taking on
My
Roddy
birth
Piper. And during the match, the Giant would interfere to chokeslam Piper when suddenly an overzealous fan got in the ring.
Look at him.
Hulk Hogan's
He's
like,
got Piper up
no,
with a fan in the
ain't
ring.
happening.
Crying out loud.
Hogan saw this and proceeded to kick the fan in the stomach and then execute a vicious kick to the head. But it wasn't just Hogan who got in on the action, as referee Randy Anderson got involved.
The referees be like, look, I don't get a chance to fight nobody. I've been watching all this violence and I don't get to do that. That referee's like, I've been waiting for my moment.
And the match and the pay-per-view were able to finish without any more hiccups.
That referee's all like, bro, he's like, I am hot right now. I want to fight.
Number 8, the May 17th, 1999 WCW Nitro. If you enter the ring as a fan, you run the risk of being beaten black and blue by a wrestler in the ring.
And there is a big mistake from a fan.
He kicked it and took him out.
This is exactly what took place on the May 17th, 1999 edition of WCW Nitro. In a segment where Macho Man Randy Savage was laying waste to WCW World Champion Kevin Nash, a fan decided to run in the ring.
Oh my goodness! We've got a wild scene going on here.
Savage, however, had none of this and immediately pinned the fan to the ground and began to punch the fan in the face before security stepped in and Savage reverted his attention back to Nash. This incident clearly annoyed the hell out of Savage, who would even push a referee off the fan in order to get one more final punch. Number 7, a 2005 WWE house show.
I am the movie star. You know what that means? Wrestling, books, movie. It means I'm the guy. And it means
Star of all time.
In 2005, two of the hottest heels in WWE were Triple H and Ric Flair. However, not every fan realized that the two men were in fact playing characters.
I know.
At a house show in 2005,
you got crazy fans out there that think, and I'm like, I can understand if a kid is like, thinking that, because even when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, I hate this wrestler. He's the worst wrestler of all time. Everybody's booing him. Yeah, I got booed with them too. But as you get older, you're like, yo, these guys is just really good at doing their job. So for me to still be thinking like there are wrestlers today where it's like if they're healed and I'm like, man, I don't like that guy, but he killing it right now. He's killing it. But it's just a wrestling thing. But it's like outside of that, I'm like, oh yeah, they just a regular person like anybody else, slightly bigger than a regular person. But I'm just saying, like, it's one of those things where you can't be thinking that, oh, these guys they're really out here fighting for a WWE championship, throwing ladders and chairs at each other. And I'm like, nah, you guys need to stop thinking along those lines. Like, these are just guys just doing their jobs. Like, imagine to any of those guys that was doing their job, you had somebody come in and start attacking you. Like, you wouldn't like that, wouldn't you? So that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to stop carrying on like this.
Physically attacked Triple H and Flair, but luckily they managed to stop him. There's only a small video clip that exists of the incident online, as in 2005, it was very rare for fans to video anything from house shows.
Yeah.
However, the clip in question does feature a beyond furious Triple H, who looked like he wanted to get his hands on the fan himself. Number 6, WCW Nitro in 1997.
Now who are you gonna bet on? Piper's team or my team here?
The NWO were the hottest thing in wrestling in 97, and Eric Bischoff was one of the most hated men in WCW.
You have no authority! Shut your big mouth and get off my set!
In late 97, Bischoff was in the midst of a feud with WCW announcer Larry Zbyszko.
He's like, that's the most aggressive headlock I've ever seen.
Bischoff would appear behind Larry and slap him on the head. As Larry approached Bischoff to get his revenge for the slap, a fan suddenly jumped from out of the crowd and attempted to attack him.
Wow.
We have an urgent situation.
That's crazy. Look, hey,
luckily, fellow NWO members were close by and they dealt with the fan. The likes of Scott Norton and Buff Bagwell would punch and kick the fan.
I know that fan's probably like, oh wow, they're actually hitting me. This actually hurts. I thought this was all fake.
Nitro 1997. WCW referee Pee Wee Anderson makes another appearance on this list with a heroic save during a DDP promo back in 1997 on an episode of WCW Nitro. In the segment, DDP would be calling out the NWO when suddenly two fans got in the ring.
It's a fever pitch and show.
He's all like
Anderson jumped into action, taking one fan down and then proceeding to kick the other fan in the head while security dealt with him.
That was like a mind control choke slam.
Was dragged around the ring by Anderson, who began to legitimately choke the fan out
Wow.
Security were able to drag the fan's lifeless body out of the ring.
Wow.
Raw in 2008. WWE booking John
But yeah, he did like a mind control choke saying he just like did that. The guy just fell down, just crumbled.
Versus Jeff Hardy on free television in 2008 was a huge deal at the time.
Yeah.
I think he proved a lot of people wrong by becoming a champion.
Jeff had become one of the biggest baby faces in the entire company, and to book him against the established franchise of WWE and Cena was a huge match for them to book. This would also be the first time the two would wrestle, and although things worked out okay in the end, the match could have ended in disaster.
So strong.
That's crazy.
We have a fan. Everybody's so excited about the $1,000,000 here tonight.
Early on in the match, Cena would go for a side headlock when suddenly a fan jumped the barricade, which forced Cena to break the headlock up just in case the fan got into the ring and wanted to go after him or Hardy.
They're being mad aggressive with
up
that.
on commentary.
I'll tell you what, folks, when you watch Monday Night Raw, and we're live, anything can happen.
Number 3, WCW Thunder in 1998.
Is that the...
Society has tried to make me conform to its rules. They've left me all alone.
In WCW, Raven would normally deliver promos with him sitting in the corner of the ring. However, in 1998, a sneaky fan decided to jump the barricade and pull Raven out of the ring on WCW Thunder whilst he was cutting the promo on DDP.
Hey, that's not how you became a superstar. How you became one is you moved next door.
What's this
That's
about?
crazy.
Following the attack, Raven attempted to continue his promo, but it appeared as if the fan had broken his microphone, and Raven had to finish off his promo with a microphone that didn't even work.
Wow.
Well, guys, I think what happened is
Putting people through tables
There you go.
with barbed wire.
Thanks to
That's
the fan, it
crazy.
completely ruined an important segment on the show. Number 2, Raw in
That's
2000.
that's crazy. I'm like that. You know, that's what you gotta be thinking. Like with some of them, this probably are like, you know, they probably just get in there and just start jumping around and they're like, all right, yeah, let's just throw them out. But when they like actually hurt one of the, I mean, he could have hurt him. Like, cause imagine if he would have ended that wrestler's career. Like that wrestler had been like, oh, I'm not expecting that. So I fell on my neck. Next thing you know, whole career is over. Like, oh yeah, you know that fan, he still would have been paying for that till this day. Even though like that Raven, he's no longer a part of that company and things, most likely done retired, like he's still paying for that still till this day.
Sometimes when fan invasions occur, wrestlers are
Oh, this-
forced
I
to
remember
completely
this.
break out a character in
Triple
order
H,
to
he
protect
swung the
themselves
mess out
as
of
well as
him.
other wrestlers. This was seen on an episode
Oh,
of
it's
Raw
like-
2000.
That's like Brock Lesnar today.
What the hell is going on here?
In a segment where Linda McMahon would come out to confront Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, a fan would jump the rail and began to walk towards Linda, clearly with bad intentions.
Yeah.
This forced WWE's top heel Triple H to break character and immediately run and take him down before he could get to Linda. Security would manage to take him away, and the segment would continue on as if nothing happened. And number 1, Bash at the Beach in 1996.
Hulk Hogan arrived. Hulk. What is he doing? My God!
Hulk Hogan has betrayed WCW.
Bash at the Beach 96 featured one of the most famous segments in wrestling history. It featured Hulk Hogan turning heel and forming the New World Order alongside Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
I didn't know that this was started off.
The New World.
I still find out things about wrestling till this
The
day.
heel turn itself received one of the biggest reactions in wrestling, as the WCW fans were legitimately furious that their hero had just turned his back on them. One fan was so
That was
furious
American. I was like, that's what this was called? Bash at the Beach or something? Yeah, Bash at the Beach. Wasn't it like American Bash or something like that? That was like the other like wrestling one, or it might have been Bash at the Beach. I don't know. But anyways, I just remember there was like Bash in there somewhere. But yeah, there's like a lot of them like old wrestling shows or pay-per-views. They don't even be happening anymore. But anyways,
decided to enter the ring to confront the trio.
I had to clip a guy. Some fat drunk came underneath the bottom rope. I had to clip him.
Dang.
Although the fan somehow managed to get his way past WCW security, he was met with a vicious punch to the face by Nash, which then knocked the fan clean out. Hall then wanted some of the action, and he proceeded to lay the kicks into the already knocked out fan. Speaking to Inside the Ropes, Hall would reveal details in relation to the fan getting into the ring, stating, "I can't imagine what this Mark was thinking. He probably thinks security is going to stop him so we can tell all his his buddies. Well, I tried to, man. No, man. Security didn't get to you. You're in the ring. Now what you gonna do? As for what happened to the fan, well, Kev knocked this cat out. Now the dude's down, and me being the prick I am, I hear this commotion behind me. I look over and go, Kev, is that a mark? I start putting the boots to this guy. Full shoot.
With them, this guy kicked him in the head.
Well, he didn't last long.
Dang.
So there you have it, folks. 10 wrestling
This
fans
like
invaded
that's
the ring
messed
to
up
attack.
because I'm like, yo, that dude, as big as he was, I'm like, now you ain't left. I'm like, why'd you guys have to knock him out? I'm like, you guys couldn't have waited or something or just pushed him down. No, you had to knock him out. So now I gotta use my strength to lift this man up. Now I'm like, nah, don't do that no more. But anyways,
Wrestlers. Of course, we've got lots more, so be sure to check out our other video, fans who have been banned from WWE forever. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
yeah, definitely go subscribe and show love to WrestleMania. Honestly, it's like, yeah, I had to say, like, the only wrestling channel that I've been watching, unless I'll see, like, wrestling moments or a certain WWE wrestler and then their moments and things. But other than that, yeah, I always be watching WrestleMania. So, guys, if you haven't, go make sure you subscribe to WrestleMania for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me, too. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.